Yo, what's good? What's poppin', y'all? This is your raw vegan homeboy. What's going on? What's going on? Just want to show you how I make my liquid nutrition in the morning. Just got up, got to get ready to go to work. So during the day, I'm gonna have liquid nutrition as opposed to solid foods because when I have solid foods, it slows me down. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do, I already got started. I put water in one jar, so I'm just gonna put water in 3 jars because my body is starting to absorb more nutrients now because I'm going to the gym and I need more nutrients during the day, so I can perform my duties at my job. And then when I get to the gym, I'll be able to lift the weights and do more reps. Okay, so I'm gonna fill these mason jars up with water. Okay. Next, I'm gonna use a thing called trace minerals. I just bought this like 2 days ago, and this is very good. All living things, including plants and animals, need trace minerals to the smallest organism. If your meat is deficient in micronutrients, if your plants that you eat are deficient in micronutrients, fruits or whatever, then it's basically dead. And a lot of the food that we eat today are deficient in trace minerals, so you really need this. Do your research up on it, all right? Now I'm gonna put like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. It says like 10 drops per day, recommended. So hell, I just put 10 drops in each whatchamacallit. Alright. So I got my trace minerals in there. Okay. Now, another thing I'm gonna add is the fat. Okay. I usually add MCT oil, but I got a little bit left. Okay, I'll just use that. I have some MCT oil. I usually add MCT oil to most of my drinks. But as you can see, I'm almost out. So there we go. Now, if you don't have MCT oil, now these are called medium chain triglycerides. These are not vegan, but it's a very good supplement. It helps me with my brain. It helps me with my memory, cognitive function altogether. Do your research on MCT oil. Now, another thing you can use if you don't have that is virgin olive oil. Okay, so you can just put a little bit of that in there. Now I know they say oil and water don't mix, but in this case, when you're on a ketogenic diet, when you're using fat as an energy source, it's all right. I mean, just don't overdo it. I probably just put like maybe about half a tablespoon in each thing. With the MCT oil, I probably use like a half an ounce or something like that. And okay, now we're gonna add our powders. Okay, now, since this is like a meal, the liquid nutrition is like a meal, I want it to be as micro dense as possible, okay? Nutrient dense as possible. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some greens. This is raw spirulina powder, okay? And I'm probably gonna put like maybe a teaspoon. Doesn't take much. Do your research on spirulina. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'll put like maybe a teaspoon in each jar here. It doesn't take much. Get a little teaspoon. I don't actually have the teaspoon thing. I gotta just use my best judgment here. So, but it says per day. Let me see. Directions. Suggested use. Mix 1 teaspoon with juice, smoothie, or water. So 1 teaspoon. It doesn't say how many times a day, but I'm taking this bitch like 3 times a day. So it's all good. All right. Next, I'm gonna add my protein powder. Now, this has 22 grams of protein for a serving. You can see it right here, 22 grams of protein per serving. So you can basically get your protein from here. You know what I mean? You really don't need animal products. Now it says take 1 to 2 tablespoons, well, 2 tablespoons daily. So, you know, this is a total of 3, and I'm good right there. All right, next I'm gonna add stevia extract. This is a sweetener, just to give it a little bit of sweetening taste. And you know, you don't need that much, but the spirulina is kind of bitter a little bit, but I mean, for me, I really don't need it. But you know, it makes this the liquid nutrition taste a little bit better. Okay. All right. I think that's about it. Last but not least, you can add some vinegar if you want to. You can probably add some. This is coconut vinegar, and in here you have coconut oil, tree sap naturally aged for 8 months, and okay, so it's, I guess it's just the sap from the coconut, but it's like a vinegar type of thing. Okay, cool. Well, it's raw, so just put a little bit of that in there. Not much, because this vinegar, this raw coconut vinegar is kind of strong. So you want to have something to give it that little kick. All right. Next, you just stir it up. You know, it's real easy to make. I mean, this sustains me throughout the day, and then when I get home, I eat like a high fatty meal, ketogenic meal, raw vegan ketogenic meal. There we go. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. And it might not break down too fast. So, you know, but throughout the day, you know, when I break my fast today, I'm just gonna basically shake my bottle up and, you know, just break it down even more. Okay, now I'm gonna get my cup here. My green cup. I'm gonna pour it in here, and then I'm gonna pour it in my bottles. Now it's better to invest in a steel, like a steel or glass container. I want to get a steel one. I don't want to do the glass because, you know, the glass weighs a lot, and I put all my beverages in my book bag, so it's easier for me to use the plastic ones. I mean, the vehicle that I drive has AC, so I mean, they're cool, but you know, still, you know, it's not really healthy to put beverages in a plastic container. But for now, this is gonna have to do. All right, and you know, experiment with it. Now, what I do right now, I'm intermittent fasting. Okay, I got home from the gym last night, and you know, I came home, ate something. Like I said, I ate a fatty meal. It was a raw vegan bowl. A lot of vegetables: avocado, tahini butter, kale, spinach, chopped onions, and what else did I have in there? Chopped onions and olive oil. It was a whole bunch of shit I had up in there, man. It was good. It was real good. Okay. But when you incorporate intermittent fasting, you know, with your diet, you really do see results. Okay. Now the thing about the intermittent fasting, when you come off your fast, you can't overeat. You can't overindulge. Okay. Now, if you do that, make sure it's like basically good fats, like avocado, tahini butter, coconut butter, you know, mixed in with some greens. And also, I'm gonna tell you another secret: use a lot of probiotics and prebiotics. A lot of probiotics are like sauerkraut, apple cider vinegar. Prebiotics, two examples of prebiotics are red onions and leeks. You know, so hey, incorporate those prebiotics and those probiotics that'll help your digestion. You know, and that includes if you are a meat eater, vegetarian, or whatever. You know what I mean? Okay. Basically, that's basically it, man. It's real simple, and as you can see, it only took me like maybe what 10 minutes to make this. Probably would have made. I probably would have took a little bit less of time if I wasn't doing the video. But hey, you see, boom, bada bing. And you can do this basically the night before and put it in your freezer or put it in your refrigerator, you know, so it'll be cold. You know what I mean? All right. See, here's the one I had in there yesterday. I forgot I had it, but you know, it's alright. We'll let it thaw out or whatever. Anyway, this your Raw Vegan Homeboy signing off. Stay healthy, stay well. Shalom.